Hello friends, this is Nitin. Today we are going to discuss the concept collection framework in Java. So before collection framework, we use a simple variables in a programming. For example, integer a is equal to 10, integer b is equal to 20, integer c is equals to 30. So in this, you know that simple variable can store only one value at a time. So for storing the 10, 20 and 30, we required three variables A, B, C. Okay. But assume if we have to store the multiple values or more values, like 500 values I have to store. So it is not a good programming style to create 500 variables. So what we use? There is a concept called as a array. So we shift from simple variable to array. So whenever we have to store a multiple values, whenever we have to store a multiple values, we go for a array. Okay, so what is the basic use of array? By using a single variable name, we can represent multiple values in case of an array. Yes or no? So this is what the use of a array. Okay, but while using an array, there are various drawbacks. What is the drawback? First drawback of a Java array is that size of Java array is fixed. What it means? That means what? Once we create a array, that size is not going to be changed. So we cannot change the size. That means what? We cannot increase the size as well as we cannot decrease the size, or we cannot shrink the size. So what if we have to change the size? Assume the situation like in this. Say in our class, actually if assume we have 500 chairs. We put it at 500 chairs. And if two students came, then remaining 490 chairs get wastage. Okay. And if assume the another case like if we put it only two students or two chairs, and if more student came, then there will be a wastage. So this is the same case in case of a array. So to overcome this disadvantage, we go for the collection framework. Okay, again there is one drawback, like in a case of a array, there are no predefined, already defined, ready-made methods. So if we have to perform the search operation, programmer have to write a separate method for it. It has to code. If we have to perform the sorting operation or any other operations on that array, we need to write a code. Yes or no? Okay, so this is what the drawback. That means that there is no ready-made API. So to overcome these drawbacks, to overcome this disadvantage of a Java array, we go for the collection framework. Okay, so what is this collection framework? We can say collection framework is a collection of classes and interfaces present in a java.util package. Okay, so by using all these classes and interfaces, we can store a multiple records, multiple objects. So whenever we have to deal with multiple objects, whenever we have to store, manipulate, process a multiple object, then we go for the collection framework. It is the simple use. Okay, so by using a collection framework, because of ready-made methods, we can perform the search operation, sort operation, insertion operation, deletion operation, any other operations we can perform in a collection framework by using a ready-made methods, ready-made classes and ready-made interfaces present in it. Okay, so because of this one, we go for the collection framework. Okay, so in a collection framework, there are important interfaces like collection is one of the interface. Okay, then list is another interface, then set is another interface. Okay, and then map is interface. Okay, with this one there are various classes, ready-made classes present in a collection framework. All these classes implements the interfaces we created over here. Yes or no? So that means what? The classes present in this collection framework implements the ready-made interfaces. Okay, so let's go for the interface first. First interface, there is a collection interface. Collection interface is the base interface. Collection interface is the base interface present in a collection framework. Yes or no? So all the other interfaces extend a collection framework. So methods present from the collection framework, collection interface are present in a other interfaces of a collection framework. Okay, then next one is what? A list. List interface is used to store a duplicate elements, but in that case insertion order will be get implemented. Okay, there is another one, set. In a set interface we cannot insert the duplicate elements. Okay, and even insertion order in some cases is not maintained. There is a map. Map is used in case of a key value pair. Both key and values will be object. Okay, but whenever we have to store the data in a pair, we can go for the map interface. Okay, so these are the interface. With that one, there are others like iteration, iterable is there. Then we can say comparable interface is there. Then queue interface is there, DQ interface is there. So many others. So we can see that one too. Okay, and in another hand, there will be a various classes. So by considering the only list interface, there are classes. Okay, so important class like array list is there. Then linked list is there. Okay, then vector is there, and there is a stack is. So you may think like why? Okay, it is used to overcome the disadvantage of array. So to overcome the disadvantage, why there are multiple classes? Actually, each class have a little implementation differences. Like array list class have used array as abstract data type. Okay, linked list have used linked list as abstract data type. So internally memory representation will be different for both the cases. That means that in case of array, inserting or deleting element from in between position is little time consuming, since we need to perform the shifting. But in case of a linked list, inserting or deleting element from in between position, there is no problem, as there is no need to perform the shifting operation. So whenever we have to perform the insertion deletion operation in between, we don't go for the array, we use a linked list. Okay, and whenever we have to insert the element at the last position, okay, so in that cases we can go for the array list. Or whenever we have to perform the search operation, we go for the array list, not a linked list. Okay, then there is a vector. Actually, vector is exactly similar with the array list. Vector is exactly similar with the array list with a little difference. That means that methods of vectors are synchronized, whereas methods of array list are not synchronized. Synchronized is nothing but a thread. So multi-threading environment, vector is good. If there is no multi-threaded environment, then we can go for a array list. And there are some legacy methods. In case of a vector. These legacy methods are not for the array list. Okay, so this is what. Then next we can go for the stack. Actually, stack is a child of a vector simply. So in case of a stack, actually again difference, stack uses a last in first out, that is LIFO data structure. And hence see, array list, linked list, vector and stack. Even though these are the four, but all four have a different implementation, and hence usability of four is different. So according to our requirement, we can use various classes. We can use a particular class even from that one. So it is in case of a list. In case of a set, even there are various classes. But difference between list and set is that in a set we cannot insert the duplicate element. In case of a set, we cannot insert the duplicate element. But in case of a list, or in case of a classes which implements the list, duplicate elements can be inserted. So this is what the the difference between a set and list. So there are various classes for the set also. And for the map, as we already said, like in a case of a map is again very different than list and a set. In case of a map, the data will be stored in a key and a value. Key and a value. No doubt, both key and value will be a object. Both key and value will be a object, but key will be a unique, values can be duplicate. So this is what actually, and again for the map there will be a various classes. So all these classes you can use according to your requirement. Okay, so it is very simple, as collection framework is a collection of classes and interface, nothing else. We have to go in a detail for separate class, okay, separate interfaces, and collection framework will be finished. So it is not a tough topic. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.